Hi Moors, welcome back to the Moore Weekly. We're bringing the latest news at Alhambra High School. I'm Requaker Keiko.
And I'm your other co-anchor, Sean Patrick Lee. The rise in fast fashion has caused a lot of problems in our world.
Here's more information.
Let me show you what I got from H&M because I don't even know what I got from H&M.
Giant Temu unboxing. Huge.
To where our clothes go when we're done with them. A long, polluting journey that most of us are a part of.
According to the United Nations Environment Program, about 92 million tons of textile waste are produced globally every year, much of it driven by fast fashion. Fast fashion is a business model focused on rapidly producing large amounts of trendy clothing and selling them at very low prices. Brands such as Shein, Temu, H&M, and Zara frequently release new styles to encourage consumers to buy more clothing more often.
Mounds of textile waste have transformed the serene desert into a dumping ground so large it's visible from space.
While these clothes may be affordable and widely available online, researchers say the environmental cost can be significant. Producing fast fashion requires large amounts of water and energy. Many garments are also made from synthetic materials like polyester, which can release microplastics into the environment when washed. Fast fashion companies have also been linked to rising carbon emissions. According to Yale Climate Connections, it has been reported that Shein has emitted 16.7 million metric tons of carbon dioxide in 2023, comparable to the yearly emissions of several coal power plants. But this issue also connects to students here at our school. Many students wear clothing from brands like Shein, H&M, Zara, and Temu because of their low prices and constantly changing styles. Environmental experts say this fast fashion cycle encourages clothing to be purchased more often and discarded more quickly, which contributes to the growing amount of textile waste worldwide. As awareness grows, some consumers are turning to alternatives such as thrifting, resale platforms, or choosing longer-lasting clothing. Instead of buying from Shein, H&M, Zara, and all of that, people should instead buy from ethical companies that have good clothing, such as Pact, Quince, Everlane, Patagonia, and more. With millions of tons of clothing discarded each year, the choices consumers make, including students here at our school, can play a role in the environmental impact of the fashion industry.
Man, I really miss Thin Long. I really hope I don't get drafted.
What would you do if you got drafted?
Man, I don't know. But here's what some students had to say about the possibilities of getting drafted. With the heightening conflict in places like the Middle East, it seems more and more likely that we're gonna get drafted. I asked some students at our school how they feel about the possibilities of getting drafted.
Hi, what's your name and grade?
I'm Nathan, and I'm a senior.
Kanan, and I'm in 10th grade.
Jacob, I'm in 10th grade.
And I'm Jonathan, I'm a senior. And what are you guys' thoughts on being possibly drafted?
I just wouldn't do it. In my opinion, I feel like it's dumb.
I think it's a great opportunity to let some anger out and serve for your country.
I do have some experience from playing games, so I think I'll do pretty well inside.
And if you had to get sent to any country in war, which one would you choose?
Probably India.
And how would you feel if you did get drafted?
I honestly wouldn't care.
So if you're getting drafted, I think y'all should do it and don't back out of it.
It's getting late. What place is open right now?
7-Eleven?
Perfect. But what should I get there?
Well, let's ask students what their orders are.
What's your name and grade?
I'm Richie Lay, and I'm in 9th grade.
My name's Dylan, I'm a junior.
No Raphael, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Jaden, I'm in 10th grade. All right, Jaden, what's your go-to 7-Eleven order?
Okay, so you gotta get 3 pepperoni pizzas, extra large Slurpee with Coca-Cola cherry and blue raspberry. So what you gotta do is you gotta grab your pizzas, dip it in your icy, and then you gotta eat it like that.
Got a double XL, big gulp, Coca-Cola, and that's it.
Get those donuts that are black and really long.
I get 3 hot dogs with all the condiments on it, like relish and everything. I get a side of nachos and a big double gulp with Coca-Cola.
I can't lie, it's pretty expensive, but here's the first thing we have. First thing from Richie, he requested a hot dog with everything on it. I got a chili cheese dog. That's about it. Sweet. It's pretty good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think it needs to be a little hotter though. That's the next one. By Noah. I don't know what he meant by those long dark donuts, but I'm assuming this is what he meant. So it's like this long chocolate donut. Let's try it. Actually, it's pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10. And the last thing that we have here, by Dylan and Jaden. So Dylan actually requested a big gulp and with Coke flavor. Always hits the spot. This always hits the spot. But Jaden had a really weird request. So he wanted me to get a pizza, and I could, but he wanted me to dip the pizza in the slushy and eat it. 0 out of 10. I would not recommend you guys to eat this. Thank you for watching.
On March 10th, the Alhambra Board of Education approved the resolution to lay off critical staff, including counselors.
Here's more information.
Hi, Moors. So this is a little bit more of an informal segment because the board meeting ended just last night, Tuesday, March 10th, at around 11 p.m. So I didn't have enough time to do an official one, but I still thought that this information is really important to share. But the Board of Education approved a resolution, meaning it's not official, but it's just a approving the recommendation that we lay off some certified workers, some classified workers, and 2 administrative roles. Classified means, for example, school nurses, and certified means counselors. And so this would affect students directly because counselors are extremely critical, and it would also mean that the counselors who are left will have to take on the remaining students that previous counselor had, meaning that the ratio of counselors to students would increase. Yesterday, the Alhambra Teachers Association, the union, and many other parties were there to speak at public comment, which went around an hour, and there was just a lot of general concern about what this could mean, and there's a lot of concerns on what this direct impact could mean for students. And I first want to explain why this resolution was proposed in the first place, and it was really based on financials and money. The district runs a huge deficit on millions of dollars every year, and it is extremely expensive to obviously operate a school, and a lot of that is due to declining enrollment and also inconsistent attendance. The way that schools earn money in the state of California is directly based off the amount of students who go to school every day and the amount of students in the district. So the more students who attend school, the more money we get. And over the past 25 years or so, we have lost around 1/3 of our students due to declining enrollment. And also we see a lot of rates of chronic absenteeism, which again makes the school lose money. And so all of these reasons have caused, of course, there are fewer students to serve, meaning there would be a need for fewer staff, but also that in general, we don't have money to support or to pay for these staff, which is why this resolution was proposed. And the last reason that this is coming specifically for the counselors is because in 2022, the counselors were hired off this grant that is soft money. Soft money means it's a money based off a grant. It's not, doesn't have longevity, and it's something that we need to, as a district, reapply to. And because that grant was supposed to be reapplied to in this school year, the 2026 school year, the money is not there anymore. It does not exist. And that basically means that counselors were hired off money that wasn't guaranteed for future years. And now that we don't have that money anymore, we don't have the means to pay them. And a really big concern yesterday brought up by board members was, why are we hiring people that need long-term consistent jobs on money that is inconsistent? Student board member me, I get preferential votes, so I vote first to influence the board. I personally voted no on the resolution to approve the layoffs. And a lot of the board did say that they understood the counselors were necessary, but they also understood the fiscal responsibility that they have to the district to make sure that we can operate and we have a budget that's on time. And so the rest of the board did vote yes on passing the resolution. I'm not going to speak to why they did that or particular reasons, because I don't want to put words in their mouth, but a big concern was just overall financials.
That's it for this week's video. Stay tuned for more videos and check out our website, The More Newspaper, for more stories. See y'all next time.
Wait! Look who's calling! Hello?
Sean, is that you?
Thinlong! But I thought you were drafted!
I am, but look, the weather kind of sucked over here.
Look! It's Thinlong! And he's being drafted. How's the war? Is it hard?
You know, it's not like 7-Eleven. I can't eat those hot dogs anymore.
That sucks, guys. Don't get drafted. Go Long!